This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience while playing this game. For content warnings, please visit DDLC More Warning. Wait a second. Doki Doki Literature Club is a horror game. Do not take this lightly. If you are affected by any of the following themes, please do not play Doki Doki Literature Club. Depression, suicide, self-harm, abuse. The above list is not 100% exhaustive. If you made it this far due to concern for your mental health, then it's best to assume that this game is not suitable for you, and you should not play this game. Thank you for consideration and be safe. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you are consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. I agree. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. What's going on, guys? This is Gary Barnes here and welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, I didn't get any spoilers for this game. I was searching Steam a few days ago and I stumbled upon this game and I saw that it was rated 10 out of 10 on Steam and it was rated horror, which is amazing. And I saw the reviews and saw it was awesome, and a lot of YouTubers told me that yeah, it's a great game and you should play for yourself. We're not telling you anything. So yeah, here we are. As you saw in the beginning of this video, warning: this game is not suitable for children or for those who are easily disturbed. If you're under 13 years old, please do not watch this video or the series at all. Since we got the warnings out, let's do the settings. Okay, I think we're good. I don't have anything else, so let's just load the game. A lot of people told me to write my real name for some reason. I don't want to, but you know what? I'll just write my real name and see what happens, because they told me that if you write your real name, it's gonna be really creepy. So let's see. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you would never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, we would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. She would sleep. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let her catch up to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I've decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Karim. It's really weird writing my name in it. I actually kind of regret that. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it on you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Karim, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sarah likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content, just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Guys, I told you earlier, I usually don't like this type of games, the dating simulators, but this game is a horror, so it should be fun, and people said that it blew them away, so let's continue. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Aww. And I know you're happy now, but I would die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years before you're not used to the real world. Just trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few cups if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little. At least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Whoa, already? After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. Wait, so we've been like staring blankly at the wall all the let's just continue. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm pressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she entered the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'll bring a new member. And Natsuki makeup case and everything. Are you serious? Yeah, I love indeed. Don't make promises you can't keep. Yes, I agree. I can't tell if Sarah is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I am not gonna comment on that. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I can't believe I can't talk today. Everyone! The new member is here! I told you don't call me a new member. Huh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It is a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Kareem, what a nice surprise! Wait, she knows her? Welcome to club. Or worse, escape the situation. This club is full of incredible cute girls. Yes. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Kareem. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. Yeah. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Our character seems a little bit like... you can say... nervous. Come sit down, Kareem. We made a room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. So, as Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs her wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Good choice. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make earrings. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. That sounds actually real delicious. Heh, well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you. No, you, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Wait a second, let me check out the hell. Okay, no. I guess. Hey, don't let yourself get intimidated. You're just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, Tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Oh, she's the president. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling the dream. Monica's really a great leader. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. Well, duh. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially if it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yay! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with the level of enthusiasm about literature. So Karim, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. I think actually Natsuki knew something about manga, but she was embarrassed or something, so she didn't want to say. Anyways, not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What I'm saying! I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. She must read like simple novels or something. You know, Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Well, yep. Anyways, the level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. It goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. It's amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Horror? I read a horror book once. I just barely even grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. Yeah, finally something I know about. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or it takes me to another world, then I can put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful, changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, let's you guys dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. I told you, she has something about manga that she is afraid. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Looked like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud" and give it that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Cyrus lights up behind Natsuka, puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems. Oh, sorry, that was a question. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki at first surprised. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Don't you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Yep, she definitely will not. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aww, I want to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Natsuka and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone's even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond over the club. Isn't that right, Kareem? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Yeah, I haven't told it that I joined the club yet. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I plainly come forward to answer my mind for the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sarah might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stared back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... Kareem! You all... I'm defenseless against the girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided that. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Saru wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember today's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Kareem, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class, Star Monica, with my medical writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Kareem, since we're already here, do we want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Or perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright! I just need to make the most out of my circumstance, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh, so wait. How do I know that? Okay, so we know that Natsuki likes to write about cute things. We don't know what Sayori likes to write about. We know that Yuri likes to write about or read more of like dark and psychological stuff. So, for example, if I say graveyard, oh yeah, oh wait, she jumped. Oh, I think that's how we know it. For example, let's try writing for Yuri, maybe. Frightening, sensation, intellectual, judgment, fear. Oh no, that's Sayori. Maybe Sayori is like simple stuff, but condemnation, infinite, encouragement, vibrant, night grown. Oh, so that's okay. Starscape, uncontrollable, depression. Whoa. Okay, that's weird. Lollipop. Okay, melancholy, existence, disoriented, entropy, after image. Oh, okay. And guys, I totally forgot to save. Of course, I didn't. Yeah, I wanted to save, but I totally forgot. So let's save now. Okay. Hi again, Kareem. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the leisure club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Kareem. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into the leisure when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Holy mackerel, calm down. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Oh, she's not said that. Yep, I knew it, I called it. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Karim always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. Yes. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Karim can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Yep. Oh, Yuri! Even bought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori! Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It will make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want to be. Alright, well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you! I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's selling, I expected Monica to kick off some shield activities or her, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sarah and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Is she reading it again, so when we discuss it, she'll be able to remember? Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. Yep. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I'm utterly sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm sure I'm just rereading a bit of this. So, that's the book that you gave me, right? I want to read some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Nope, she bought me one. Ah, I see. There's something very obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What is it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans it right over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Marco. There is an ominous looking eye symbol on the front. Alright, I just want to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl from high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. Oh, that looks like a nice story. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it's going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. So, are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Karim? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. Yep, I totally forgot that Yuri's into horror. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. That's only when you thought you related to the protagonists, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest in anything. Well, I guess that's alright. It's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. That's worrying. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to yours. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. That's... I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is being in company, so. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I opened the book and started the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. So sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry, I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit and our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book up. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, so on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page. Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to the other side, but in holding it like this, we're hardly even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face. She's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Oh, her eyes actually looks at me. That's actually real nice. To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. What were you thinking about, huh? Sorry guys. I glanced over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. By my thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side, and she got it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I think she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she will do something wrong. It's not like I can see into her head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. You remain silent for a moment. But Kareem, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or something. Sorry, I didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. Yeah, and you just ruined it even more. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. She's just like, okay, everyone. Yeah. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, far from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright, I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. my relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait! So Monica enthusiastically pulled out their poems. Saori's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. The other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Since I wrote it for Yuri, I think I'll go for Yuri last. I think I'll begin with Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem and I want her to know I'm putting in an effort. Hi Kareem, having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you are new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring these things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Haha, don't worry Kareem, we're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I have my mark on my poem. Great job, Carrie. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. In that way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that is full of imaginary and symbolism, unlike Sayuri, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to drive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to try like that efficiently. Both allowing people to get something out of it by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nonsense. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. We'll have to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to, alright? It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the See the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas are already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Oh my god. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, the kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a little bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming out strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Sorry guys if I sound tired. Like, my mouth is really dry, but I have to get this video done for you guys and I don't want to cut it out for me to get some water. So, and we're probably close, right? Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark pile of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Next, I said you're in the end, so let's go for Natsuki. The cute mini one. Kareem, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, do you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you are still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I would like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Oh, I think I get it. She writes about cute things. She doesn't like the way that Yuri writes. So since I wrote like Yuri, she doesn't like it. And she thinks that I'm gonna think her poem is stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, Jesus can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Well, no, I think actually there is a big meaning behind that, like that eagle, monkeys, they can do their own things, but people, they can only try. This is actually a good poem. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem next? Sayori. This is a good poem, Kareem. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who will be writing poems in his spare time? Yeah, I guess you're right. but that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you really are a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Karim. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people. That's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Yep, his motive is only to hang out with cute girls, nothing else. Then again, I can't deny she's a part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can answer just a little bit to yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last one. I made eggs and toast. Even though you're late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Yuri. As you read the poem, I noticed her eyes light. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What I'm getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? You use imagery and metaphors and indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is really my first time. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my palm again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri throws up, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger around the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. She's trying to find anything wrong to say. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once she finds that her train of thoughts, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that you can go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in this club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do! I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a regular opportunity for her. I think it's because I wrote the same style as her, so that's why which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? No, but because she has a different writing style. Oh my god, that handwriting though. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Comes breathing air of the present, but living the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. That's actually really good. I'm sorry I have such a terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem, even though it was short. It was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to try something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Karim. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left out with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Karim. Me too. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my medical writing abilities, even if they are just being nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. A sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayara and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They generally exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. Oh my god. I don't think this is gonna go good. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Oh, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Oh my god. Did you completely miss the simplism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can it be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Yep, I knew that would go like that. Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Karin did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Holy mackerel here. And Karim liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you're so invested in trying to impress our new member Yuri. That's not what I... You just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Karim appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do more overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who's magically grew a size bigger as soon as Karim started showing up. Oh, that's a little hard. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Karim, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't happen in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Karim. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself, but it's also waste. You understand that, right, Karim? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they probably think more like highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be, I have no idea what to choose right now, guys. Natsuki? Yuri? Natsuki? Yuri? Help me, Sayori! Natsuki? Natsuki glances at me, drying up any words I had in my mind. So I turn to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so impulsive I can't even bring myself to say anything good. Sayori! Yeah! Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Karim, well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. And it started again. It's your maturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's books are the same as they were. Also, Sayori. Sayori stands tranquilly. Monica stands behind her with bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing to me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that means Sarah is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I wouldn't hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes the two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiled sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get a chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Karim, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. Because now I need things to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I know to myself with my newfound determination. Karim, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hehe. Sarah beams at me. It surely has been a while since Sarah and I spent this time trying together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between you and Sugi. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they are both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I'm just afraid that they fall because of me. I just want your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Karim, it's nice that I get to spend more time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone likes you, really likes you too. That's... every day is going to be so much fun. It sounds like Sari still hasn't got into the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really not need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sarah on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Okay guys, this is gonna be the end of this episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. If you want to see more, please be sure to hit that like button. If you want to see more games and more of Doki Doki, please be sure to subscribe. First I'll save. Second, this is Carefines and I'm out. Thank you. Bye.